Good morning, everyone. John Michael here with John Michael Sells ATL.com, and on this platform, I post videos a few times a week to help educate both buyers and sellers who are entering into the Atlanta area real estate market. And on today's video, I'm going to briefly discuss back on market listings, and should you take a look at them, or should you be placing offers on properties that are tagged as back on market? And so yes, I am sweating. I'm cooling down from my morning run. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning, and while I cool off, I thought, why not just pop on and share some insight? So you've taken a look at some properties that you want to tour with your trusted real estate advisor, and it just so happens that one of those listings is tagged as back on market. Should you go tour the house, and if you like it, should you put an offer in on the house? Well, I always educate buyers with whom I'm working with that back on market listings are not necessarily inherently bad. If a property is tagged as back on market, it could have been as a result of the seller taking it off the market temporarily for their own reasons. It could be as a result of contract failure, or it could just be as a result of market conditions. Maybe it just wasn't a good time to list, and a few months or a couple weeks later, the seller decides, hey, let's put it back on the market. Regardless, you should always consider listings that are tagged as back on market, especially if they meet most of your criteria. As your trusted real estate advisor, before we put an offer in on the house, I always pick up the phone and do my best to establish a relationship with the listing agent for a property that you're interested in. And if it's tagged as back on market, it's a great opportunity for me to discuss with that listing agent, why was the property taken off the market? Was it as a result of inspection failure? Was it, based on the seller just taking it off the market, maybe making some repairs and relisting it? Or was it due to market conditions? Whatever that reason is, I like to have that open dialogue with the listing agent, so that way I can take that information back to you. And at that point, we can have a you can make a well-informed decision based on the information that's revealed to me. So I say all that to say, don't necessarily write off listings that are tagged as back on market. You don't know why that property was taken off the market and relisted until you get that information from your trusted real estate advisor. So go ahead, take a tour of the property. If it meets your criteria and you want to submit an offer, just make sure you get as much information from your buyer's agent as you can, and so that you can make a well-informed decision as to whether or not you want to proceed with an offer. So if you want to discuss this topic more, I'm happy to answer any questions. And there was something else I was going to say, but it just slipped my mind. So regardless, happy house hunting this week. Hopefully the weather will remain clear, at least for the next couple of days. And as always, I'll see you next time.